military.
Well, that brings to an end the 41-gun death salute for the Duke of Edinburgh. And Jonathan Beale, who is our defence correspondent with me in the studio. Jonathan, that is really the fullest military tribute that you can imagine.
It is. You know, as we said, a 41-gun salute is pretty rare. It's normally a 21-gun salute. And then to coordinate it right across the UK in the major cities, but also in Portsmouth, in Devonport, in Gibraltar, on board Royal Navy warships as well, I think just shows you how important the Duke of Edinburgh was to the military, what special place he holds in their hearts, as well as when he was alive, this place he held them in. And I think that this is the tribute, or the start of the tribute, that they want to pay to the extraordinary life of the Duke of Edinburgh, who himself was one of theirs, was somebody who saw combat and had a military connection right up until the very end. You know, remember, he was rescued by a Royal Navy warship when he was just 18 months old from Greece, HMS Calypso. He was there during the Second World War, saw action, mentioned in dispatches, and then was there at the very end when the Japanese signed the surrender on a British warship. And he kept that association, not just with the Royal Navy, but with the Army, the Air Force as well, holding honorary ranks and also regularly turning up. And you could see that he was a man who connected with the troops. You know, even in his last appearance last year, when he handed over the Colonel-in-Chief role of the Rifles to Camilla, he wanted to speak to the troops. He wanted to engage with them. And you know, they loved him.
So this was a means of honouring one of their own. And we should also just keep reminding viewers that this was an extraordinary display of coordination and synchronicity, because those guns were all being fired at the same time in all those locations.
Yeah, and different guns. So you know, we talked about in Woolwich Barracks and using the guns from the First World War, the 13-pounder field guns, but they were also using 105mm light guns at the other locations like Cardiff, Edinburgh, Belfast, Tower of London, and then the Royal Navy using their ceremonial guns too, both on the dockside at Portsmouth and Devonport, but also on those ships at sea at present. Of course, the Royal Navy is much smaller now than it used to be when the Duke of Edinburgh was serving as a young officer. But you know, the traditions remain the same, and also the attachments.